back out on the lake. It is Saturday, October 21st. Kind of a gloomy morning. Sun's about to poke up. We had some rain, a little bit of rain overnight, chance of rain this morning. The air temp's probably just hovering around 55, 56 degrees. Water temp today is 60. I realize I don't usually put a whole lot of info or method into my videos, like why I'm going where I'm going, what I'm looking for, and how I'm gonna kind of hone in on where I want to fish. So I'm trying to do a little bit of that here today. With it being fall and we're approaching a full turnover on the lake, the thermocline's going to be pretty important. So really from outside of spawning season and the fall turnover, you can use that thermocline to kind of eliminate a whole lot of water on the lake, and I do that as often as I can. And I'm going to show you on the down imaging here what's going on with the lake right now. So we're sitting in 37 feet of water right now, and if you've seen some of my earlier videos, you could probably pick out the thermocline, but right now it's not showing up, and I'm in 37 feet of water. I don't think the lake, try and get out a little bit deeper here, I don't think the lake is actually turned over yet, but I think it's pretty close. And we'll see if we can get out maybe into like 40-50 feet of water and see if we pick up any thermocline. Last time I was out, the thermocline was already down below 30 feet. So this lake in summer, when the water's the warmest, the thermocline's about as high as 15 feet on some of the lake, and right around 20 feet on the deeper end of the lake where you got a little clearer water. So it is showing up now. So you can see that bright line right here is pushed down to about 35 feet. So the lake I'm fishing is relatively deep, but the spots I fish and the areas of the lake I fish, 50 feet is about kind of as deep as the surrounding areas are. I'm not going to be fishing anywhere near 40 feet today, even though that is kind of right around where the thermocline is, about 35, 38 feet. The one thing that's kind of interesting about fall is these fish can really go wherever they want. The oxygen levels in the water are better. 60 degrees is super comfortable for a crappie, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be fishing shallow or deep. Or really the one thing I focus on is just structure all year long. These crappies will always orient to some type of structure, and I get that could be completely different for the lake you're fishing. Some lakes might not have much man-made structure, brush piles, so you probably are going to have to find those humps and ledges. And if you're up a little further north, Clearwater lakes, it's probably weed edges or rocky flats on a hump or coming out of a deep area. But on the lake I'm fishing, it's wood and rocks, and that's it. I mean, I've caught some crappies in weird places, but for the most part, you're not going to get numbers. You might get a random big one here or there, just on something you weren't expecting. But for the most part, the big fish and the numbers of fish are going to be on wood or rocks. So I'm going to go run down the lake. We're going to check a couple of spots in about 20 feet of water, see what's happening there. I'll probably push up a little shallower for a little bit and see what's going on, because like I said, the whole, right now everything above 35, everything shallower than 35 feet's got good oxygen. So there's nothing stopping these crappies from being in 5 or 10 feet of water, but we don't have a whole lot of structure, and there's really no weeds in this lake. You got lily pads, but outside of the spawn, they're not really around lily pads. So I'm going to be going down the lake looking for wood or rocks in, let's say, 15 to 25 feet of water to start out the morning. See what happens. Stay tuned. Be fishing 2 different setups today, both 7-foot ultralights. This one I set up for when it gets a little windier. I got a 1/4 ounce barrel swivel on there with a 1/16 ounce eye hole jig from Crappie magnet. And I did also want to give a shout out. I'm really late with this, and I apologize, I totally forgot to do it in the last couple videos. I want to say thank you to Chris Mann over at Crappie Magnet. Sent over some a box of goodies. We got some eye hole jigs, a couple slab magnet lure packs. He sent a couple of the underspin. I'm forgetting the name on those exactly right now, but some Crappie magnet, the Crappie nibbles, and Popeye jigs, which are a little hair jig. I'll get some of those out later in the video and show them to you, but as you know from all my videos, especially later in the year, I really like the Crappie magnet, slab magnet. My 2 favorite colors are the Mermaid and the Therapist. The Therapist is a Chartreuse and purple, and the Mermaid is a blue and Chartreuse, or blue and green. Really great baits for when the water cools off. Got a nice profile, the tail really gets moving, just all around good bait. So thank you, Crappie Magnet, for sending that over. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get everything set up here, and where I'm at, I'm fishing about 15 to 20 feet. And the first spot I'm going to hit is a treetop. I'm going to try that out. There's nothing in here. I'm going to move down a little further to a deeper flat that has some rock piles and a little bit of brush here and there. So let's see what happens. One of the day, folks. I had to work at it a little bit, but found that guy in 13 feet of water. Got him. There we go. Man, that was such a soft bite. Good fish though. Real nice fish. Yeah. Boom. Pegged him. There we go. That's what we're out here doing this for. Gotta be 2 pounds. We're dang close. Almost on the button. 202. Beauty. About a 15.5 incher. Let's let him go. There's a good one. It's a crappie. Big bass. Camera's about to fall in the water. Well, just missed the retrieval of this monster. Almost lost the camera. But boom. Big old slab. Let's sit you up here. Get a weight on this fish. I thought it was a bass at first. He was pulling some pretty good drag. Oh boy, man, that is so close to 3-pounder. That's what I'm talking about. 297. That's a real monster Pennsylvania crappie right there. Let's get him back. Called him deep, so we're gonna do the classic head first release. There he goes. Get a peek at him on the live scope. Make sure he gets down okay. And there he is. Back down to 15 feet. 20. Yeah, he's in good shape. Keep the camera a little closer since I almost lost it. Spectators. Big white crappie. belly on that thing is crazy. Back he goes. Guys. Hit like a monster. Hey, I'm netting a fish. Just hold on a sec. Jumbo. Can't see that too well. 240 monster. You get him back. Hanging out watching this fish on live scope. I'm just curious to see what they do when they get back down there. Sometimes I can see them head right back for the brush. This one's kind of just hanging out here. Okay. Bye. Well, we did have to keep one of those jumbos. This is what I was talking about earlier, saying that if you're gonna release fish, you really shouldn't be fishing any deeper than 30 feet is pushing it. I caught that one in just about 30 feet, and he got a little bit of the bends. I usually watch with those bigger ones. I usually send them down head first. I watch them on the live scope, make sure they do go down. And this one got to about 20 feet, almost 25 feet, and was hanging there. It was kind of odd. I mean, I see them go right back to the brush pile or right back to the bottom at least. Just hanging there. So I sat there for a couple minutes, watched it, and it eventually came up to the surface. So I'm taking him home. Nothing else I can do about that one. So tried to get him to send him with an anchor. Wasn't working. Maybe I'll throw a little clip of that in there just for fun, because it was a little comical, me trying to figure out a way to do that. But yeah, you know what, you're out here fishing, bound to happen. I got fish at home, so I wasn't planning on keeping any, but got that one big one. He's gonna have some serious stakes on him. So anyway, going back into a spot a little bit shallower right here, about 25 feet max in this spot. So we'll give that a go. I'm sure there's probably some more big ones in there, so stay tuned. This one was felt smaller than I think he is, but it's pretty decent size. Yes, he is. This guy just threw up this whole gigantic all-live shad. I mean, look at the size of that. It's had a 13 inch crappie, 12 and a half. But we're gonna make sure this goes back quickly. That guy went straight to the bottom, so it seems funny. I mean, this is 26 feet of water. You wouldn't think, you know, 4 feet makes a difference, but from my experience it does. Once you get past that, down to that 30-foot range, it really puts a lot of stress on those fish. I try not to jack them up, hoping, you know, maybe that'll help if you kind of fight them a little slower. I don't know if it does or not, but you know, I'm not out here trying to kill big fish, so just try and do everything I can to make sure they get back down there and don't die on me. We're darn close. We're not gonna weigh them unless they're real big. Probably just short of 2 pounds. There he goes. Right back to the bottom. That's a good one. Big one. Up and down quickly. What a tank. Come here. Come here. Gotcha. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy does it. Tanks, man. Absolute tanks. Little lad. Oh, he was tongue hooked. He's bleeding, so I guess he's gonna get filleted with his big brother in here. Oh boy. Heck yeah. This is a crappie, it's a dang monster. Nice bass. Bass has got one of the craziest eyes I've ever seen. It's like some kind of mutant bass, man. Look at that eyeball. Hopefully that shows up. Very strange coloration to his eyeball. Nice little bass.